All right, my crafty friends, we are going to do a Unique in the Creek 4-color swirl wreath. I have the large Unique in the Creek board, and I have already drawn out. You can print this pattern online at uniqueinthecreek.com. They have it there. That's where I got it. I'm using different colors, so obviously I'm using different letters, but I have mine already kind of written on here after following the pattern. And I don't know that it matters which color you start with or if you need to work from the outside in. I didn't really pay attention, so when I watched them, I mean, why I didn't pay attention to that part, but I didn't. All right, and the petals that we are going to make, I think, are going to be the Gerber petal or the starfish petal, just something along that. So I'm gonna fold it into a triangle. I'm going to stretch it here in the center. I'm going to bring this straight down the side, flattening that out at the tip. Then I'm going to switch hands and keep that stretch. And I think I'm going to come over top. Now I could just leave it like that. I could take it further and then fold it back. Or I could come straight down the center beside it. And then I would have something like open up there, like a shirt collar kind of thing. Or I could do the pinwheel. So I could do that and then flip this one this way if I really wanted to. I think that's what I want to do, actually. I think I want to do the pinwheel. So what I do is from these 2 points, I line them up and I go down about 1.5 inches to 2 inches, and that's where I'm going to scrunch it. About 1.5 inches down. Okay. And then that will give you your pinwheel petal and a 2.5-inch tail. Oh, UITC board, gotta use zip ties. I need that nub to keep, so that when I put it in there and I tighten down that zip tie, I can't pull it out. If you don't have that nub, sometimes those petals can pull right out of the zip tie, especially if you're using a shared hole. I'm just gonna toss them down there as I make them. I'll cut the ends off later. Okay, so pinwheel it is. You watched me figure that out. So we're gonna stretch it and we're going to flip it and bring this side down. Actually, I'm not even sure we need to be stretching it, to be honest. I know, I'm like so good at this. I'm like the perfect person to learn from, huh? I think I'm just fun to watch sometimes. Oh, no teeth on that one. Well, you know what? Let me go ahead and get this off. Cut these 2 tails. And we should probably try. I'm just gonna use scissors today, guys. These aren't very thick. It's not gonna take my multi-tool cutter to cut them down. All right, so my coral is on here as orange because I already had purple and blue and gray. So where are we at? Orange. So obviously that one goes that way. Okay, guys. I went ahead and I finished putting on the 1/2 of this because I needed to see how it was going to turn out. I'm going to be honest, once you get your holes marked of what's going where, you're going to want to go back through and put the zip ties in and get them ready. It's not like it was hard, but I had to keep lifting these petals up to get to those zip ties over there. So there's a single one on the outside, and I'll show you the best way to put that petal in so that it lays right. And it is easier to load this thing from behind, but I'm not just doing all of them or like an entire row, so I'm going to do it like this so I make sure I'm in the right holes. I'm doing my gray, my G's right now. There, I got them on all the outside. So I'm just gonna go around each row and put the zip tie where it needs to go. You'll notice that you're skipping some here and there. Okay. Now that will go into this row. This row and one row 3, putting my zip ties in. Finishing, put my zip ties in, I guess. So I don't see any reason why you couldn't do it the way I did. I would just do 1/2 at a time and just kind of go around. But I don't know that it's, I really don't think it's going to matter. You know, based on labeling your board and putting all your zip ties in preloaded, you basically know where everything is going. Okay, and then I just have to do, now the center is shared and regular holes. Ugh. Sometimes these things stick together. Okay, I think I have everything loaded. Oddly, there's not that many. So purple is back here. Remember, you want to have your nubs face up. So I'm going to put that one there to start with. And then I'm going to come in and I'm going to put this one so I can show you. It just works better when you already have the other one there. All right, so we're just going to fold that into a triangle. Stretch or don't stretch. Fold that down. Flip it over. Fold that down. Line up your 2 outer points, go down about 1.5 inches, scrunch in the center, bring in your sides. And there, my friends, is your pinwheel petal on a burgundy colored piece of poly burlap. Okay, so let me just show you guys here real quick, and then we'll just get to some petal making. So if you feed it in this way, it's gonna want to hang this way. So you want to try to feed it in from like behind, depending on how you're working. And again, making sure you keep that nub behind the zip tie. Get these off of here. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Let me try doing that the other way. This is the direction that it went from the other one on this one. That's exactly how I did that. Well, maybe the other way is how it has to go. Just play with it and you'll figure it out. We'll figure it out the more we go here. So it is up to you guys how you want to do that as far as like the color and the chase and the swirl and whatnot. She was working because she had all her petals made and she was working from the outside in, which is fine. But what do I have there? I want to do mine different because I always have to be different. Oops, I almost forgot to flip it. Okay, find your points, 1.5 inches. Both sides should look the same, so it shouldn't matter which side you put your nub on. Still not sure I like how that petal is laying. These outer petals, they're not laying right. Oh, but anyway, let's get this last purple one over here, which is going right in there. Okay, so you can see the swirl is happening, but what I think we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to continue and do just the outside and then work the way in, because it is getting a little hard to get those petals, and I don't want to ruin the petals, so we're going to go ahead back to, I guess B is blue for me. So my blue and my, it's actually called coral, is the wide stripe mesh. And the burgundy and the gray are poly burlap. Forgive the dark spots on my fingers. I was painting. It's been a couple of days. It just doesn't want to come off. I like the pinwheel petal. I think it's fun. one more blue. One more of everything so we can finish the outside row. Okay. These are very curly. They were on the very end of a roll, but I didn't want to waste anything. So yeah, this should be interesting. Match up two very oddly shaped points. Oops. Not too shabby. We're not going to see any of that anyway. One more purple and two more gray to make this work. Well, I'll finish the outside, I mean. Find your points, 1.5 inches down. Leaving 2 to 3 inch tail. Just depends. Some pieces aren't as long as others, so. And 2 gray. Ah, got everything falling. Shocker. I have too much crap on my desk. These are beautifully cut 10 by 10s, I might add. They are matching up perfectly, corner to corner. Look at that. Perfect lineup. All right, so let's get the outside finished. I've got a blue up here, which again, I'm not happy. I don't like putting these in a single petal. Coral, even though it says O for orange. And then burgundy, which says purple. Oh, strong. Urgh. Except I'm not. They're cheap zip ties, some of them. Okay, I need blue. And gray. It's gonna be a big one. It's gonna be a big one, guys. We need blue, gray, purple. Blue, gray, purple, orange, purple, blue, gray. So blue, gray, orange, purple, blue, gray. Curly, curly. Whoops. Flip it over. I know I've made pinwheels with you guys before, so that's why I'm not getting too into describing how to make the petal, because you guys probably should already know. If you don't, I will slow up here on the next couple and show you a little bit better. Okay, and then I need another blue and another gray. Oops. Oh, guys, I'm sorry. I think I'm in the zone. I'll do it. I'll slow down on the next one. I mean, there's a lot more to make, so. All right. Last one to get row 2 done. So you're going to take your 10 by 10 piece of poly burlap or 10 by 10 piece of wide stripe or whatever fabric, whatever one you're using. I am using wide stripe and poly burlap, wide stripe and poly burlap for mine. Okay, you're gonna turn it into a diamond shape with your factory edge on the top left and the bottom right. Then you're gonna take your top corner, bring it down to the bottom corner, line up your edges, and then just smooth this down. Then you're gonna put your thumb and your pointer in the center or middle finger, whichever gets you a better stretch, and you're gonna stretch. Then you're gonna take the right corner and bring it down, flattening it down all the way. Then you're going to flip it over, and you don't have to stretch on the pinwheel. I just tend to do that because I like the control of the mesh I have. Okay, then you're going to line up. I know everybody says, oh, so many inches in from the tail, and that's fine. I'm not saying it doesn't work. I'm saying what I do is I line these 2 points here on the line, and I go down about 1.5 inches, scrunch it in the center, and then bring in each side. And you're left with about a 2.5 inch tail. And just zip tie it. Doesn't matter which is the front and which is the back. If you have one side that looks a little better and you want to use it as the front, bring your nub around to the front. Okay. It is all right there. What do we need? We need a blue. I'm just putting the blue in right there. Normally these other petals would not be in the way, but I really needed to see how it was going to work out. We're going to take a gray. We're going to put that one on. Now see, this one's, they're going funky for me. I'm going to probably end up, I'm telling you, I'm going to probably end up moving them around. Coral or orange. Purple or burgundy. Blue. And gray. See how that one's like way over there? Just not liking that at all. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll fix them at the end. We'll fix them. Okay, so now we're moving into row 3. We just completed row 2, and now we're on row 3, where we need a gray, a blue, a purple, an orange, a gray, a blue. So we need 2 grays, 2 blues, purple, and an orange. So we got 2 grays. Normally you would just have these all made, guys. It's not usually this chaotic, but ADHD chaos is my thing. Can't help it. I don't do it on purpose, it's just natural. Because it's how my brain works. Okay, so top corner to bottom, smooth that out, stretch if you want, don't if you don't, doesn't matter. I like it a little stretched. Give me a second, guys. I'm gonna get my poor little dog up on me. All right, ready? Oh, come here. go. Get up here where it's comfy, okay? There you go. Love you, baby. Sorry, I guess I could have hit pause, but I didn't. Oof. Oh my goodness, this is so curly. Okay, now let's get these on row 3. Yeah, I think row 3. I don't use these UITC boards all the time, so I'm not like great at, I gotta like look at them and think about it for a second. All right, what's back here? Blue. Gray. Oh boy, I don't know about those outer petals. Kind of starting to annoy me a little. Blue, gray, orange, purple, blue, gray. So, same thing as last time. 2 blue, 2 gray, 1 purple, 1 orange. Although it's burgundy and coral. Oh, that looks the other one. My hands are starting to hurt and get tired. Been doing a lot of scrunching with the mesh lately that really hurts your hands and the pipe cleaners. All right, guys, I'm just gonna finish up these petals and then finish up the flower because there's only a few pieces of mesh left. One for the orange and purple, or coral and burgundy. Three. Yeah, 3 more to do. Last one. I don't know what center I'm putting on this. Ah, go figure. I just knew I wanted to do this petal, swirl petal thing, or swirl flower, whatever. I already did a swirl petal. Beautiful petal, that is. Hattie Davis, Crooked Tree Creations, created the swirl petal, and it is absolutely gorgeous. It uses a lot more mesh, and I know she has it for sale in her Etsy shop. Why won't you go in there? All of my wreaths are available on my Etsy shop. In case you didn't know, Wreaths by Charlee is on Etsy. Wreaths by Charlee with 2 E's.com. .etsy.com, sorry. So instead of just watching how they're made, you can watch how it's made, go, oh, I love that one, and then go over to Etsy and buy it. And now you see how it got made. Not everybody can say they get to see how their item, whatever it is they bought, got made. Excuse me. I am going to have to edit that one out of there. Hope I don't forget to. just gonna have to fix some of these outside ones, and then I think we're good. So we're gonna gray. Blue. Purple. Orange. Or coral and burgundy. Next one is a gray one. I don't know why I'm talking like this. I'm just having fun doing it. And last but not least is this beautiful blue. I think I got it upside down. I wonder if I can spin it. Perfect. Okay. So those are going okay somehow. I'm gonna fix a couple of these, probably, definitely that blue one over there. Huh. I think they do need to go the other direction. Okay. What do you guys think? Is that a pretty swirl petal there? Just need to figure out now what I'm putting in the center. I gotta look through all my centers and see what's gonna work or match. I honestly don't have a clue.